guys, how are you? Today I'm just showing you how to crinkle some braids. It's actually pretty simple. If you know how to braid, you just take a bunch of the braids that you've braided, say hey to Amy, and braid a bunch of them together. I don't like to braid too many together because some of them won't fit into the cup or bowl or whatever you want to use, and then sometimes your crinkles won't really be crinkly if you use really big braids too. So I'm combining maybe about a couple inches worth of braids to make one big braid, and I'm just going to keep doing that. I probably have like 12 to 15 braids in my hand, I guess, and I'm just going to make a bunch of big braids, probably about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably about 7 big braids. When I get to the ends, I'm trying to keep it tight. As you can see, I'm not really starting up high, like by her head, by her roots, to start the braid. I'm kind of starting somewhat below the middle, and then I'm trying to make it really, really tightly woven towards the bottom. Amy, what do you think? Do you have anything you want to add in? Anything you want to say? Any advice? Oh, I guess she's just laughing at my advice. What do you think? What do you think we should do? Okay, so anyway, now that I've got all my 7 braids braided, I'm going to combine some of them just to kind of make them the same length, because I like to use an insulated cup, but today you'll see that I couldn't find my cup, so I used a little plastic bowl. But I like to try to make the braids about the same length, so that way when I dip them, you won't have some of them going all the way in and some of them not even getting wet at all. So I'm just going to combine them, maybe make 2 or 3 jumbo braids combined, and then I'm going to dip them in the water. I like to boil my water on the stove and then pour it into another container. I've learned that it's super duper easy to boil water on the stove and then pour it into an insulated cup. But today I have this little plastic bowl. But still, I poured my water into here after it's been boiled. Microwaving, the water doesn't really stay too hot very long when you microwave, so I like to boil the water. You can see I put a towel around her shoulders. Sometimes I like to put two towels just so I can reinforce that safety so they don't get burned. And I probably leave it in for about 15 seconds or so, 10 to 15 seconds. When I take it out, I like to fold it up to keep it kind of hot while I'm blotting it dry. And this also helps to make sure that the water doesn't really get through the towel and burn your client. So after I'm finished dipping her hair, I'm going to unbraid the braids. Oh yeah, make sure you remember that. Amy gave us some good advice. She said when you unbraid the braids, try not to unbraid the actual styled braids. So it kind of helps to be pretty cognizant of what you're doing. Did y'all notice the belly in a couple of those clips? Amherst was actually in my belly when I did this style, so you can tell how long ago that was. And that's why she knows how to do braids now. I'm just joking. So yeah, anyway, I'm unbraiding the jumbo braids and the mega jumbo braids, bringing us back down to her individual braids, which I am still leaving braided. Now you can see that they are crinkled, and I like to sometimes cut off if you got any little straggly ends. I don't know if it's supposed to be straggly or scraggly. You just want to cut off the ugly looking ends, you know, make it look like you did this on purpose. Even though it's going to always look like that. So anyway, if you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and ask away if you have any questions. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. This is my niece Amari, by the way. Thanks TJ and Dominique for lending me her. She's a beautiful little model.